What up, everybody? Hi. What's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday. Let me get the people online. Make sure everybody can. It's been a good little minute. It's been a good little minute, but we're back, or I'm back. And there's so much to talk about. Everyone has been hitting me up in regards to Najee Harris and the Pittsburgh Steelers not picking up his fifth-year option. And you guys, for the most part, I've had that idea. We can talk about it as we get here. I'm excited to talk about. So there's bigger brother Najee Harris, and then there's little brother Jaylen. I'm actually a little bit more excited to talk about all the shenanigans surrounding the things that little brother Jaylen was talking about during the live taping of Cam Hayward's podcast. But we'll talk about Najee. I'm just making sure that we're live everywhere. I think we're good. I think we're live everywhere. Bryant McFadden, BMAC, had the internet going crazy this week talking about the trade for the Pittsburgh Steelers or the potential move they could be making, addition they could be getting. He had the internet going berserk. Berserk. But we're not going to be on here too long tonight just because the NBA is playing. Sorry. The NBA is got its thing going on. And I really want to say this Philadelphia 76ers versus the New York Knicks game. That series is getting really good, getting really spicy. And yeah. So I'll start with Jaylen's comments. And the one thing that got brought up or highlighted by little brother Jaylen was the one thing I stressed about why Russell Wilson was coming to this team. And that was when they asked him about the acquisitions and the difference in this offense. And he said it's night and day. And I'm not trying to misquote the guy, but in summary, he's just like, leadership, like they're just holding you accountable, they're telling you what to do, they're kind of telling you expectations. And I done told y'all a million times that offense was missing leadership. It was missing someone to help guide them. And he said that, and I was so happy to hear it. And I thought that Najee was like the soul, not this, I won't say soul leader, but I think he was just the most dominant leader on that offense. And unfortunately, that wasn't enough for me. He did have some other comments about Arthur Smith. I think that Arthur Smith is going to bring, and he's kind of said it, he's going to bring different energy. I think he's going to be more vocal and just some of the things that I've heard about Arthur Smith. This is going to be in his best interest to be able to focus on this offense and being able to focus on getting these big guys, these powerful running backs going. So I'm super excited about, hey Ken, hey Ali. I'm super excited about, what we have. So what up? Hey, what up, man? Look, we got Cohen here. What's up? What's up? We gotta get you in and out because he's a Knicks guy. We gotta.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the Knicks tonight, by the way.
Thank you. We need it. We need it, man. We need it.
Yeah, they should be home resting right now, but hey, whatever. Don't always.
It's already bad. They trying to have 2 East Coast teams play at 9:00. It's a little crazy, but it's whatever.
So that's what's like. We're not going to be on here long today because we gotta watch the NBA. But I was talking about just now about Jaylen Warren and some of the things that he said during Cam Hayward's podcast, and I truly enjoyed him highlighting how the phrase was like night and day, and emphasis on leadership. And that was my foot stomping of why Russell Wilson needed to come to this team, because his team didn't have leadership in that position, in that room. It was missing. So I was talking about that. And also just him talking about how Arthur Smith is just, more interactive with this offense. So I don't know
Yeah,
if you heard any of the comments coming from Jaylen. Of course, the biggest one is the whole Justin Fields on special teams thing. But anyway,
I seen a little bit of that. I actually didn't watch what Jalen Warren or read what he said. I just seen the headlines. So what did he
yeah.
say exactly? Well, the key moments. I know you said night and day. I did read that as
Yeah,
far as
he was
leadership
just saying it was
influence.
night and day, and then like how they kind of they're given the instructions of how you need to run the route, where you need to be, just and giving, I guess, feedback, and just very being holding the guys accountable, and it sounds like he's really appreciative of that leadership. I mean, he's a young guy, right?
Yeah,
So I think when you're all young guys, it's probably a little bit different if you don't have that like leadership instinct. And I felt like we were missing that on offense. Not like being so used to Ben and how he commanded it, and was able to tell people, you need to go here, you need to do that. You need, we go, forget the playbook. This is what we're going to do. If we get this look, I'm coming your way. And we definitely didn't have that on offense.
yeah.
Whether it's from the
No, that's
OC
fact.
to the QB, we didn't have it. So and then the other thing was he was just saying how engaging Arthur Smith was.
Yeah,
That's one of the big differences that he's noticed so far.
yeah. I
So I'm
wanted
happy
to
to
know
hear
a
that.
little bit more about his involvement. His approach. Actually, I did a live stream last night, and I was actually catching up on everything post draft. And
Hmm.
when he talked about Roman, he talked about no, it was Roman and someone else. I feel like he was talking about. But when I heard him talk, I was like, I can see. I still got my questions on how he's gonna approach the team, but I got my ideas on how he's gonna run the team just off of the guys we have on offense. Um, so I don't really know
Hmm.
what direction like I want to think as far as Arthur Smith. Like I don't. Let me just say this: I don't have a negative thought. It's more so like how you gonna do this. I kind of want to see it unfold. But
As long
yeah,
as long as he doesn't get stuck in a particular way, and he's able to um, be fluid and kind of make the right adjustments in a timely fashion, I think we'll be okay. We
right,
did pick up some amazing offensive line pieces. Of course, we needed a center. That was the main thing that we had no center. So we got that. Our first round pick, like I don't no one really anticipated him being there and being available, but he was. And so
yeah,
we I think we had some awesome picks for that offensive line. And
I love it.
I think the center is going to start immediately, but we'll see how like these other guys kind of flesh out.
Yo, D, I was watching his tape last night, yo. I got hype like like it's late in the morning. I'm doing this live stream, and I'm like, yo, it is like I was getting tired, but it was all right. Time to look at his tape. I just saw the way he was blowing guys off the line, all that. Like I was like, yo, day one starter. He's gonna like really set the tone. Like I'm excited to see him work, man.
Hmm. Me
Zach
too.
Frazier, shout out to him, man. I'm excited to see him work. I think he's gonna do wonders.
Yeah,
And he's gonna be the leader of the line. I know Broderick, like, yeah, it's him, but I feel like Zach might take that over.
we'll see. We'll let him get acquainted and kind of figure things out. And
Of course.
um we are in an interesting situation with the quarterback situation, right?
Yeah,
We got Russell Wilson for a year. We essentially have Justin Fields for a year. This could be a match made in heaven, or this stuff could fall apart. Like, who knows? We have no idea. It all looks and sounds amazing right now. um so someone said, how did my mock draft? My mock draft worked out great for me. I was not disappointed, nor was I wrong. So I had a wonderful mock draft. But like the quarterback situation, it sounds amazing right now. But now that I'm looking forward to with these young pieces that we have and how younger our line is getting, I'm a little bit concerned because I'm like, what are we willing to pay and who are we willing to pay next year? So
Right.
um I don't know why that's concerning. Everyone seems to be, not everyone, a lot of people are concerned about Najee Harris and the Steelers not picking up his 5th-year option. I kind of knew that that wasn't going to happen. One, because they was taking too long, and two, I just felt like Naj knew. Like I feel like he had an idea this wasn't going to happen. Like he's, you see him out here training, working his butt off. I'm not saying he doesn't do this every year, but it's just a different vibe here. And I'm not concerned, although yes, would I wanted him to get his 6.7 million dollars in his pocket? Absolutely. Do I think the Steelers like Najee Harris? I know they do. They do.
Yeah.
So is it something that could still get done in a different fashion? It could. It's happened. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm not overly concerned. I would have loved him to got his money, this particular year for this option and not be a was it unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. But there's a plan maybe
Mm.
in store that we don't know about.
Yeah. Yeah. At first, I thought maybe it's because Justin Fields. We have to figure his situation out. So it's like we have to kind of hold off on everyone that's up for a contract just to kind of restructure some things. Um, I didn't think Najee was going to get his 5th year because I feel like Najee, as much as good as he's been, I I feel like a lot of Steeler fans and probably some of the organization feel like it was more to his game. Like it's more he can offer. So this is probably gonna be like the kick in the tail. This is like, yo, this is the year. Prove what we gonna pay you. Because if you have like the same year you had in the first 3 years, we're gonna give you this. But if you have a bigger year, then we might have to think about some things. Or if Jaylen Warren has an amazing year as far as ball security, I'm gonna bring that up all the time.
Yeah.
And like if he just stayed productive, then it's like, all right, we kind of can move away from Najee and just try to have someone a big back, try to find a big back. But I want Najee to stay because I feel like it's just more than football with him. I feel like it's a leader in the locker room, someone good for the community, and someone you want repping the brand. You want to make some money, keep Najee on the squad.
Yeah, I love him being there. I love him being in a Steeler uniform. I'm concerned. I'm concerned that I want him to get all his reps. I want him to get his usual reps. That's my concern. I don't want them decreasing his reps, knowing that this man is up against getting a good contract from either this team or another team. That's my biggest concern. So I don't want them messing with him in that capacity. This man has had 3 consecutive 1,000 rushing yard seasons, given circumstances where one, we didn't have a great offensive line, we had an okay offensive line, and then our offensive line wasn't terrible last year, but when he first
Yeah.
got there, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So knowing that he has produced these 3 1,000-yard seasons. Yes, Jaylen Warren they have been a great duo. They have been a great duo. But I still think that he deserves to, get his money. So we'll see what Arthur Smith does. I really truly hope he's not capped and he's not able to show him or any other team his potential and what his value off of reps. Like I want him to get his snaps.
Right. Right.
That's my only concern with that. Like don't not give it that do not pick up his option and then also not play him. Like that's where my thing lies, because I am very much pro player, but I understand the business side too, but make sure this dude is getting his reps. If you're
That's
over on
interesting.
Instagram, make
That's
sure you join
interesting.
us on if you join us on where are we at? YouTube. D Love Sports on YouTube because I cannot see your comments on Instagram. So anybody,
Hey,
what do you think about the Wilsons that we picked up? Roman and what's it?
um,
Lord.
quickly, shout out to Tony. She said hi, Tony. Yeah,
Hey Tony.
but look, this is what I think about the two Wilsons, man. I feel like Roman Wilson is not getting the love I feel like he deserved. I was kind of back and forth watching this tape, but I feel like what I saw a guy that can make plays for us. I feel like he can be to us what Hines Ward was in 2008, 2010, but way more athletic. As far as growing up, when we needed a first down and it wasn't Heath Miller, it was Hines Ward. Damn near Hines Ward all the time. We can kind of guarantee that. And where he would get it, I feel like that's where Roman will best be suited at in our offense. So I feel like he's like a perfect fit. It was a couple other guys out there, but I feel like he fits the mold. He wants to block. He's tough. He loves the Steelers. The Steelers kind of like getting guys that wants to be here. Like
Physical.
we
Yeah.
really live in what Mike Tomlin says as far as we want volunteers and not hostages. So I like that pick. I extremely love Peyton Wilson's like NC State. Shout out to NC State. Look, this man is probably the most athletic linebacker we picked up since 5-0. If
Ryan
y'all don't know 5-0,
Shazier.
Ryan Shazier. Like from sideline to sideline, from getting in between, like basically getting in the backfield before the play starts, damn near. Like this man never quits, never die attitude. Like he doesn't have an ACL, but he still does what he does.
That's what everyone keeps talking about. He doesn't have ACL.
Yeah, a lot of people concerned about that. Not me, because at the end of the day, he's playing without it. He's already playing without it, and he looked pretty good last year in the games he played.
That means he can't break it if he don't have it.
Right. So I'm not tripping on that, but I love the two picks, man. Those guys, especially Peyton, they're playing this year. They're definitely playing. They're gonna get good minutes.
Peyton's definitely playing. Look, I know Roman. I'll tell you my thoughts on Roman and watching some of his tape. And everything I've seen about Roman to me is not bad. And the things that I saw that, of course, are concerning are extremely fixable. But I just want Roman to work on his feet a little bit, work on his footwork. I want to see a little bit of better route running. But every single thing that I saw from him is just work, and he'll get better as he gets in the league and he goes against those top dogs on defense. So I think Wilson is going to be good. There's just some things that I saw that I want him to be better at. So I feel like the highlights weren't like any special routes that he was running. I didn't feel like he was, misguiding a defender or I didn't feel like he was doing any razzle dazzle, like we saw AB do off the line of scrimmage to really get that separation. I didn't feel like he was doing anything special like that. So,
so nothing really popped out.
Nothing popped out, and not when I'm looking at Deontay Johnson and him running and his footwork and him moving, it's not equal to a Roman Wilson. However, I know Roman Wilson can be better than what I just saw on that Michigan tape. So I'm not dogging him and saying that he's the horrible pick or nothing like that. I really do like the pick. I see potential, and it's room for improvement. And I think there should be room for improvement. You haven't made it to the biggest league, and I'm excited to see that jump. So that's my thought on Roman.
No, I feel you on that. I said that just because I saw the same on the tape.
He had the highest separation rate against Okay, so that's great. I just when I'm just watching the highlights, I didn't it didn't they I guess most of the highlights were him catching the ball, right? Like I
Yeah,
didn't see from the line of scrimmage to, to the end of the play. And
we probably
and
seen the same
I
highlight
I
tape.
I want to see I need to see the whole thing, huh?
We probably seen the same highlight tape because when I was watching, I was like, I see what we can do with him, but it's not like, oh, we got
Yeah.
him, you know.
Yeah.
But I
Like when I
I,
was
I like
watching
the toughness.
Romo Dunze's footage, I was like, okay, like he's okay, like all right, he's making some pretty awesome catches. And I think he made like that one clip where they show him catching the ball like with the
On the
defender on him,
helmet.
like catching the ball on the back of the defender. Like that's fine.
Yeah,
Um, but I want to like let me see your feet. Let me what is your body doing to put you in an advantage to catch this ball? Like I don't want to say that was actual luck because no, there's some skill in that too. Um, but and there's some strength with that, so that shows me your strength and being able to do that. But I just think that there's going to be some room for improvement. I'm excited for it though. Like I'm not dogging the pick at all. I am extremely positive. I can't wait to see how he evolves, and I'm happy that there is like everyone's not. I mean, people are extremely high on him and don't probably see what I see, but I'm excited to see how he improves and
yeah.
how like a George Pickens and a Russell Wilson and a Justin Fields can help him be better, and whoever else they bring to Pittsburgh because I don't think that they're finished.
I like the fact, true, and yeah, that's gonna be a topic. I'm not gonna lie, D. Like I'm multitasking after this. I'm gonna be watching the next game at the same. I'm gonna be recording, episode
Mhm.
144 live. You feel me? So I'm gonna be like this. But that's one of the topics. That's
Mhm.
one of the topics, like the fact that we getting so much receiver news. Like granted, one of us on here know more than the other. You feel me? But I don't know who can that be. But anyway, so it's kind of fun for
I've
me to actually
I've
hear
been
these
I've been
things.
a component of NFC West for a
Mhm.
while now. So that's just how I felt. NFC West.
And it's crazy. Like another thing with that, right? Shout out to
DK in
DK. I seen
31
that too.
days.
I seen that too. But like the funny thing
That's
with that
funny.
is, I'm not thinking about the guys we can get. I'm thinking about what are we giving up to get these guys. I'm
Mhm.
never thinking about just like, all right, yo, it's cool. Let's get him. I don't care who we give up. I'm like, I kind
Mhm.
of want to know who we giving up for these guys, like,
Well,
or what we giving up.
wasn't that rumor last year, the end of last year about trading Najee Harris?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I had put it out there. I was like, who's more likely to get traded, Najee or Pat? And a lot of people were saying Najee. I was like, damn, word. This is just
At
like
who?
prior move. And this was like
Oh,
because he started
okay.
to get hurt, and it was looking like, yo, is he injury prone? Should we get off him? But that was just
Yeah.
a conversation.
So, like I said, some things could
Damn.
happen with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You just never know. Never know.
Yeah. Only
And I'm
time
not
will tell,
saying that
right?
that's a thing that I've heard or anything like that. I'm just saying, trying to clear the air here. You just never know what could happen with this organization. And like you said, you don't know if they're making a move. You don't know what they're going to give up. And people are like, "Well, Omar said there's nothing." Omar's not going to tell you what the heck is going on. Omar also told you he had full faith in Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I be
So please
getting
stop.
mad when fans be hanging on to stuff like that.
I was
Like, yo,
like,
y'all don't
stop
know the
it. He's
game.
a GM. He cannot show you his hand and be like, well, this is what we want to do, guys. Like, this is the move that we're trying to make. Stop
Crazy,
it.
bro.
Stop. He's
Crazy.
not going to show you his hand. I don't care what television show he's on. He's not going to show his hand. So
For real.
take it, like that's what I don't even get too pressed on when he's speaking because is he really going to tell us, like he's going to keep it cordial. Like
Straight
I'm
line.
staying here. I'm at this line. We're gonna stay here. Like he's
So I'm
he's
gonna give you
rarely gonna
some, but
do
I'm gonna
anything
give you nothing at
exciting.
all.
Right, exactly. Status quo.
For real.
Status quo. Um, look, I'm looking at the clock because I am making sure that we are not late for the for, for this particular game. But Peyton, love what I see from him, and I love it for Minka Fitzpatrick.
Okay. Okay.
I and
Break that
Patrick
down.
Queen. So like you have a Patrick Queen, you have him. We have a Landon Roberts. We don't know the status of Holcomb, but I love it. Anyone that can go sideline and sideline like a Minka Fitzpatrick, but it's going to be in front of a Minka Fitzpatrick to help him. I'm with it. I am still holding out. I am still holding out on Justin Simmons. You guys probably think I'm insane, but this man still doesn't have a home. And yeah,
Damn. I thought he was
still
on
don't
the
have a
team. So
home.
he's a free agent?
Yeah,
Oh damn. I thought he was on
still
the
don't have
team.
a home. So maybe they're waiting until June.
Okay.
But we'll see. I know that there's been conversations with Justin. I know there's been conversations with Justin. I just don't know what the holdup is. I don't know if he wants more money. I don't. I'm sure it's money. I'm sure. And there was a clip, and I posted it, and he was speaking on Russell Wilson and how he kind of like admired Russell Wilson and his faith and how through all of the craziness he was going through in Denver and how they were treating him, he still, came in there being positive, being devoted to, his faith. And I'm like, man, we got we gonna have Pastor Russell Wilson or Minister Wilson. We gonna have Pastor Micah Fitzpatrick. We could have Deacon Justin Simmons up in the locker room. Like this is a match made in church. Like
Yeah,
so
yo, real talk.
when I
Our
saw
first
that
two
clip,
draft picks, our first two draft picks, they made sure they credit the man upstairs. They heavy with faith too. Like we getting
yeah,
those type of guys on this team. Like this is more. This is deeper than rap. Like everyone is on notice. Like in the organization. Like granted, it may not really be like that, but like the organization is taking it like that. Like yo, everyone's on the hot seat. We gotta do this right now. You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean? So getting those type of guys, those guys can bring a locker room together. You feel me? Guys
yeah,
are different. Like even the offensive line. Shout out to the offensive line coach. You know, I know you want to talk about more draft picks, but
no, we're
this
good.
him speaking on this him speaking on the offensive line in general, how every single guy is different. To me,
Mm-hmm,
that's fire for offensive line. That means you about to get a togetherness like we haven't seen since Pouncey and DeCastro, you know what I mean, and the rest of the guys that was on that line. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I love it. I love the fact that we bringing those type of guys, heavy faith guys on the team. And your quarterback is one, so it's like they're gonna follow his lead. You know, we don't know who Justin Fields, how he carry it, but he might carry it the same way. Who knows? You know, but
yeah.
I do like that. I do like that.
I think it's going to be so different. Like we are already talked about just on the offensive side. And that's going to trickle over on the defensive side because the defense is not going to have to worry about over here motivating this offense and helping these guys. I remember at camp there was a period of time where Minka Fitzpatrick was on the offensive side, standing next to Pickens and DJ and talking with them during drills and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's going to be they're not going to have to worry because they're going to be guys over there that knows what it takes. It's going to mentor guys. It's going to step up. They're just going to have. Well, I hope this all gels together, and with them having new pieces on the offensive line, and I just there's gonna be some gelling there that there just wasn't there before. You know how like they
Mhm.
say like when they have like bad knees was like bone on bone. I feel like there's gonna be some cartilage in there now. We got some little cartilage. It's gonna be nice little knee,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah,
And we gonna
yeah.
have some cartilage in the middle of that offense, and I'm so excited for that. And but again, my concern is starting to come from okay, what's next? How do we look for the future? How we plan for the future? I know Omar is probably thinking about pieces to move, and that is what's interesting to me. If
Mhm.
they do get a big playmaker, if they go ahead and get a guy that Russell Wilson has played with before, or a guy that um is a star from somewhere else, what's the compensation? Like, how are we compensating another team? What are we giving up? Pat Fryermuth, love him. Are they going to pay him next year?
Nah. Unless
Yeah.
he have 10 touchdowns this year. 8 to 10. I say over eight, over eight,
You
maybe.
got him,
But
and you
he
got
has to play.
what you call him? Nobody's talking about him. Why is nobody talking about Darnell?
It must be I don't know. I don't know.
What
I
nobody
feel
talking about
like with
Darnell?
Darnell, only time would tell with him how we
I
use
want to.
him.
I
Because it's
really want
not
to
like
talk to
he
Arthur
can't.
Smith about Darnell Washington. Like, what are we doing with him? Look, we got some good offensive line pieces. We can still use him to block, but I want to see
Yeah,
that pole in the back of the end zone. And best believe, I'm sure Russell Wilson would like to throw him some balls as well.
right, right. Yeah, man.
Because
He
we're
needs
getting
to.
in
He
the
needs
red
some
zone
targets.
and we're getting freaking points. And we're getting in the end zone when we're in the red zone. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
That is my
definitely.
goal. That is my goal. Any other takeaways from the draft?
We got our
Look,
needs.
anybody that you wanted that we didn't get. I think that we did a great job, and Omar did his thing. Just being there and watching Terrion Arnold from Alabama. I wanted that kid. I was like, oh,
Okay.
I know we're not gonna get you, but I would love to have you in the DB room in Pittsburgh. His energy, he almost reminded me of Najee, just his energy, and he's a smart kid. I just like, I would love to have him, but I knew he wasn't gonna be there. And even if he was there, or was he there? What pick was Detroit? I knew we weren't gonna pick him, so but I would have loved to have him.
Yeah, this year I wasn't too familiar with a lot of people in the draft. I was poor in that department this year. It's all good. Next year better. But so I
Look,
was
I
more so
wasn't,
like,
but
who do we get,
I had
and
to
let's
talk
go
to
from
them,
there.
so I had to brush up on my information.
I think underrated pick that's not getting a lot of love is Logan Lee. Getting
Okay.
Logan Lee, watching his tape, seeing he can literally line up over the nose or over the tackle. He can go
What
all over
up?
the
What up?
place.
What
You feel
up?
me? Yeah.
Apologies for my tardy people, man. Good evening. How
You
y'all
good?
feeling?
You good? We had to do a early show today because the Knicks are playing at 9. So
Oh yeah, man. The Knicks,
Time, time
the
to
the
Knicks.
close
Knicks,
the
the Knicks, the
door.
Knicks.
Time to close the door.
Man, they should have closed the door yesterday or the day before
I'm
yesterday.
saying, man, we
Before,
wanted to
yeah,
do it
man.
Philly. We
Look,
wanted to do it
I
in
had
Philly.
your back. I said Brunson didn't start messing up until B hit him across the face and he got a concussion. So I had your back.
All right, good,
I
good. Yeah,
appreciate
because
it, man.
And B
something
smack
in the
that
water.
man.
Then they come out. Then they come out on ESPN last game. Yesterday talking about, oh, we missed the traveling call with Maxie on that 3-pointer. They should have called traveling. I
Yeah,
say,
well
hey, yo,
they've
come
been
on,
doing
man.
that after every game, but so I feel
Hey,
like they
yo,
all
that's come
wash
on,
at
come
this
on, yo,
point.
come on, yo.
But MB,
Cut it. At
if
the end of the
Dexter's
day,
here,
we missed them free throws to lock the game up. So you
yeah,
can't totally blame the refs. And that's with anything. Basketball, football, you cannot leave the game in the hands of the refs. So it's all fault. But don't come out afterwards talking about you missed the call. Don't do that.
Yeah, man. Everybody know the Knicks gonna get some messed up
Hey,
calls against them, man. Guys
they
just
better
got one
close. They
out.
better close out the night though.
It's gonna
I hope
happen.
they
It's in
do.
Philly. The Knicks been crazy on the road this year. Like I think they only lost by like 15 some games on the road. Like they can do it on the road. And in Philly, Philly's like the second. It's like the Garden Junior. You know what I mean? Gonna go over there, spank them boys, and on to the next round, man.
Yeah, they better.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
did
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys still is out west? It'll take the 4 to 5 games for this offense to link and gel. So early in the season, we need to be ready for some mistakes. Look, yeah, I
Yo,
know we don't
still out
even know
west.
if these guys outside of Frazier, who's going to be starting. So we don't know if they're going to put those guys on the fire immediately. You still
I think
have
the
Dan
first two
Moore
guys are
there.
starting.
Hmm?
First two guys are day one starters.
So Dan Moore's
We're gonna
going
move
where?
Buddy over to the left side.
Oh,
Broderick Jones back
Roger.
to the left. Frazier's gonna go to the right.
Yeah.
I
Well,
seen his arms. His arms is
yeah, we have to have
damn
a
near
center.
longer than Joe off. You feel me? And the center is gonna he's gonna start too. His tape tells you
Yeah,
he's gonna
Frazier
start.
has to start. So
I'm about to
he
say Frazier got to be in the middle. I mean,
yeah, he
I
gotta
would
be.
definitely see what's up between Faltanu, but I mean, I wouldn't have drafted number one to be sitting on the bench. You coming out,
I know, but you know
It's
how
that
the Steelers are, man. They're gonna say they're not gonna hurt nobody's feelings. They're gonna
man.
say, you know,
Not this year.
It's a
Not this year.
business.
Line already set low key.
Make a business decision.
they're gonna go into camp and everybody's gonna have their old roles, and then as camp, you know, they're gonna start taking first team reps, and you know,
I don't think I heard anyone say that Dan Moore is fighting for a starting spot. So we know who the line is this year. It's set. It's set.
And high key.
Yeah, I saw Dan Moore was still starting somewhere, but I didn't actually click on it because I'm like, look, that's what it is for today, but it ain't gonna be that. Like, wait till they get to Latrobe.
High key, man. Corbin might even get in the mix. You never know.
Yeah,
I like him as a backup. I watched his tape and I liked it but I was like, yeah, you can be a backup right now. I feel like he need 3 years. He need 3 to 4.
Dang, 3 years.
Offensive lineman, man. Interior, he gonna need like 3 to 4. Everybody ain't Pounce. Everybody ain't Dave. I think Dave
we are
needed
offensive
2
line
years.
specialists at. We're offensive line specialists. I
Shit,
don't think I'm
man.
on here. What's going on? We here in the
Dex
chat.
is not here. I wish Dex was here.
Oh
He would
man,
have
look,
some things to say. He would
man,
have some
3
things
years
to
is crazy. That's your whole rookie contract pretty much.
Look, hey, it is what it is. Everybody ain't. He got picked in the 4th round.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, and then Isaac is on. What was it? Did he sign a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal?
I think we got him through next year. So I mean, that might be 2 years. I don't know.
He would have to beat out Isaac, and I don't see that happening.
Isaac was pretty.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Doug fight. I want to see it.
And then I don't know what Daniel's contract is.
I think this is his last year. I think we got Sam Malu for another 2 years, but this Daniel's last year, I think.
If Daniels ball out, he coming back. He's still young. We not going. We can't afford to let a guard walk or just let a guard go or trade him for nothing.
That's true.
I don't know. You gotta see what you're gonna do with a Najee or Pat Frymuth or who else is due a paycheck. Oh, your quarterback.
If he can't finish
your quarterback.
Right.
You gotta pay a QB.
Right.
You gotta pay a QB. So
what's name might get the
I'm really concerned about that right now. I know I shouldn't be, but that's my big concern is what's gonna happen. It's all lovely right now. We're happy right now, but they gotta pay. Both of these guys could walk.
Yeah.
You know,
look,
like
ain't no real need to stress about
I really think Russell,
paid,
like the way he's embracing Pittsburgh, like but I would hate to lose Justin Fields. Like we did all that for him to just walk away. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But he ain't gonna want to sit behind Russell Wilson forever either. So it's like
Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, they get paid to worry. So I'm gonna let them worry about that. Yeah. And Lil Rooney and all that.
Lil Rooney.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up off his dad, you feel me? So it's different. Like I when I see Lil Rooney, it just hit different.
Yeah. So that offensive line expected to look different this year. Bully offensive line. And you know whose offensive line really didn't get fixed in the draft? The Ravens. They still have some.
I mean, they got Rosengarten, but I don't think Rosengarten gonna come in and start. Oh well, he
Wait,
might because
yeah,
they had Falele.
oh,
Matter of fact, he might start because they had that dude Falele last year that we was torching on the line. So
yeah.
I think
So
that's
the
what
Ravens
they.
offensive line did not make a big jump in the draft.
No.
They did sign Nate Wiggins. I think today he actually signed his contract. He's probably one of the first rounders I think I saw that signed his contract. So they got something. Their secondary is okay.
Uh-huh.
Nah. Offensive line be interesting. We know Lamar. They got Derrick Henry, and they have Lamar Jackson. So you got to
Yeah.
protect. You have to be able to put those guys in a good position. So, and they know what we got. So they're very familiar with Patrick Queen. They're very
Right.
familiar
Yeah,
with TJ Watt. Like they know what we have. So
I want to see Peyton Wilson versus Lamar, man. I gotta see it. Wilson.
I mean, I want to see
Like,
Patrick Queen versus Lamar. Hello.
yeah, but I want to see the
I'm just
kid. We kind of know what
curious because
Patrick can
TJ
do.
Watt has a game, has
I
a
I,
time.
I want to see a rematch of the Senior Bowl. I want them to put Nate Wiggins out there and let Roman Wilson torch him again. That's what I want to
I'm
see.
with it. How do you feel about I had my speech on him and how I see some room for improvement with him.
Roman Wilson.
Yeah.
How I feel about. I mean, I think he does. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it was a
A
good pick.
dog, y'all. He meant a dog. I know it might
All
sound like
right,
good,
I thought he said
but
a dub,
he meant
like a
dog.
dub. Like I'm gonna say,
Come
damn, you
on,
don't like
man.
it?
Look, come on,
He
man.
meant dog, y'all. I'm just
My
translating.
bad. I try to say it right. I think he's a dog, but
There we go.
yeah, of course we was looking for size, So I think he's another Calvin Austin, maybe a little bit more twitchy, but just as fast. I
He
think
got more
that
time. He got
I
more.
think that he's a yak guy. I think that he's one of them type people that where as though he may either get the receiver screens or the hitch routes and go make a play, or the out routes and go make a play. Get you 5 to 7 yards, or run down the slot, go down the seam, and hopefully we can hit you in the seam. But I mean, I don't think that he's going to be exactly what we need, but I think that he was a good pick.
Who do you think outside of Pickens? Who do you think is going to stand out, wide receiver wise?
Who I think going to stand out?
Van
Hopefully,
Jefferson.
somebody that we pick up in free agency. We've been we've been thinking about. I heard that we was looking at DJ Chuck still. I heard that we was
You
looking
on
at
the
Zay
team?
Jones.
You on the team or he a free agent or something?
Say it again.
He a free agent or he still on the?
Free agent.
Yeah, all of them are free agents.
And Zay Jones just got released from the Jaguars.
Yeah,
Dang.
you got a couple of people still out there, man. That
Tyler Boyd still out there. I saw him post that he was in Nashville, so I don't know if he's visiting the Titans or
He
not.
look like a Titan. He look like a Titan. Let him go over there.
He's still
Let him
out
go
there.
over there. I'm not a fan of his.
I hope and I pray that they get somebody that's going to take the heat off of GP, because if not, they just going to triple cover him all game, and then put somebody in the slot like they did. Like they did when DJ was out. When DJ was out, all they did was like double and triple team him.
Take Pickens out the game. But yeah, they have to
We
have.
gonna
But
see
I
what
mean,
Roman
with
do.
this offense, I think those tight ends are definitely going to be a threat. So it could be an instance where Pat Freiermuth is that guy that takes the pressure off of Pickens. That would be interesting to see. But we still need another wide receiver. We'll see what happens. We will see, honey. I hate to sound so excited. The schedule should be coming out in a few weeks here. I think I finally saw the first email about it or post about it. So it's coming. It's May now. So the schedule usually comes out mid-May or so. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And once that happens, all heck's gonna break loose.
It's all downhill from there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll just know Atlanta's on my list, Vegas is on my list, the home opener's on my list, the Commanders game, which is down the street from me.
I hope I'm still here.
What you mean?
I'm ready to go back in the military.
What?
So yeah, I hope I'm still here then. you can get stationed anywhere.
I
Yeah.
say,
But
yo, that was dark. That was dark for a second.
that was dark. Why that's dark?
So I ain't gonna be here for long. Like, damn, bro.
I was like, dang.
Nah, I'm
You
about to
thought he
say
was
I ain't got
going
no
to jail?
terminal illness or nothing. Thank God. But
He thought
You
he
didn't
no.
was
see
going
how I
away
looked? I
away.
was like, huh?
But I'm saying in the states, like I'm saying in
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still here in the states that go to these
yeah.
games. Cause if I am, I'm going.
Yeah. I hope you are
Right.
as well.
Yeah,
We're gonna get them on the field so they can the salute to service.
yeah. Salute the service. I come out
Salute
there
to
in my
service.
uniform on. Look, salute me.
Yeah,
Look,
We'll get them out there on the field, y'all.
all right.
Yeah, well, we got to do a whole little situation and send off and stuff. You got to keep us informed,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, that's a
I
fact.
definitely keep y'all posted. I mean, I should hear something within the next few weeks actually,
Okay.
and then
Oh,
I
that's
then
what's
I
up.
know some dates.
I
Uh,
hear you, man.
but yeah,
Look. Ali said that totally sounded like a deathbed confession coming. I'm like,
See,
he's still
Ali,
like, what is?
Ali,
How long
see,
is he going to jail? Like, what's happening?
nah. Ain't no deathbed. I like I said, I'm not getting the
Oh,
death chair. I'm not getting the needle. I ain't getting locked up. There ain't nobody looking for me or nothing like that. I'm
like
just
I
talking
thought
about
I heard
leaving out of the
background
state.
music and all that with it. I'm like, yo, what the?
Cause I leave out of here. I leave out of here, and I could leave out of here probably in like within a month, and then within 2 months I could be in Japan or somewhere, or Italy or Greece or
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Australia. You never know.
You never know. That's for sure.
If I ain't here, I can't get into it like that. But of course, I
Yeah.
still be with the team, with the
We go
squad.
we gonna keep you locked
We're
in.
gonna definitely
Hey,
hold it down.
keep
We're
me
gonna
in
hold it
prayer.
down while you hold us
That's what you
down,
can
man.
do.
We got you.
You holding us down, we gonna
We're gonna
hold
have
you
to send
down,
we're gonna
man.
have to send you some care packages, okay?
Oh yeah, I need that. Look, especially you, D. You ran away, so look, I'm gonna need some crabs. I'm gonna need a chicken box. I'm gonna have to send you to the hood. Get you some. Go to the store.
Now wait a minute now.
Ah,
There's some places I don't go. Some places I don't go, especially when it's
come right
cold
away. Look,
outside.
I tell them look out for you. You good?
They're gonna have to meet me on 295.
That's what's up.
Get it. No, but okay, yeah, that changed the whole combo
My
here.
bad.
But no, it's fine. It's like no big deal. We actually had a lot. Tony said we can't send D to the hood. I won't survive. I used to work at John Hopkins. I will not survive. In the hood. I just won't. I'll fake it for a little bit. Then
Can't say being
I'll
the avenue.
it's the animals for me. Like it's really the animals. They be playing tag in the street, y'all, at night. Like that's how
Yeah,
I make it.
yeah. It's wild. It's wild out there.
The animals be out there. They be playing tag, freeze tag, whatever kind of tag out in the streets.
How and
We
go
talking
get
about
it.
real
All that.
animals, and we talking about people.
I'm
Both of them.
talking about
All
that
right,
too. I was really talking about like rats and rodents and stuff.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying like we talking about
Oh,
people, we
like
talking about real
those
animals.
animals, but then hey, you do got some people
Yeah,
like they
and they
used to
don't care,
only like
and they
do
don't
like
care
night
neither. They're
during the
muggy. You looking
daytime.
at them, they're muggy. What you looking at, dummy?
Yeah. 2:30 in the afternoon, people are getting shot now. They don't even do it at night no more. So
Yeah. So
sorry, back to a little bit more positive things here. Anything else, Steeler? So we talked about Jaylen Warren's comments. I don't know if did you hear anything about Jaylen talking about night and day? Um, and
yeah, well, with the leadership.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to tell people, man. I say you got somebody like that's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. They're gonna provide a certain level of leadership, a certain amount, a certain standard, and establish things. Where though you got somebody like Kenny Pickett, who he just trying to learn. He's still coming in trying to figure out what's going on. But
yeah. I
I
don't
mean,
even.
and they behind him, you got somebody like Mason last year, and I think Mason was the closest that we got, that was probably able to do that, but he didn't have that. I don't think he had that type A personality. I think Russell does. And it's a different thing when you're mild mannered off camera, but when you in the huddle, you're a different type of player. I think Russell Wilson, from what I've seen in his career, he's just that type of person in the huddle. But when you
Yeah.
get off the field, he's Mr. What you call it? Mr. Unlimited. You know, he just goofy, you know, like
Yeah. I feel like I can't wait to see the sideline. Like I know what I saw last year on the sideline when they were not on the field. And when that's Dex. I'm like, that's Dex, y'all. I could tell by the D to dime. I know that's him. We miss you. I could tell how when they pick up those tablets and how they're interacting with each other. I saw a Mitchell Trubisky do a lot more leadership things than other people. And I know, like, I remember, Kev, we kind of said we're not gonna talk about this person that much no more. But and I'll try my best not to say his name as much as possible. But I am so excited to see what that sideline looks like with Russell Wilson, with Justin Fields, and with Arthur Smith out there. I want to see what that communication is like when the offense is off, not on the field, and the defense is out there. Like, what are they doing? How different does it look? I cannot wait to see that. I'm so excited to see the difference and compare the two. So that's a little nerdy stuff that I like to do.
do you
You can't
believe
stay at home, so I'm like, I want to see what this looks like. Like, what's the communication like? Are y'all working together to call out things that you're seeing, or like, are we working as a team to be like, look, we need to do this? They're giving this look, they're giving that look. Those are the things I did not see collectively. I've seen Najee do it. I've seen Mitch do it. In some ways, but I didn't see the leader of that team do it in a way that made me feel comfortable. And don't get me wrong, Ben would go over, but he would be talking to was it Sully, or he would be talking like he wouldn't just be, and sometimes he would have a receiver and sometimes he'd be talking with Josh Dobbs. And I'm not saying like him and Mason were like arm in arm, they weren't, but Ben would still be looking at this tape and making them better. So anyway, I'm excited to see
that's
that.
true. Do you believe? I don't want to get off topic, but do you believe the blasphemy that they were talking about putting Justin Fields in the kick return?
Listen, I think it's funny to think about. I think that Jaylen's, they probably mentioned it. Like, I just feel like I'm not gonna believe it until I see it. And I think everybody probably wants a shot at the kick return situation. I watch the XFL all the time, and it, I would love to be able to get to the 40, 50-yard line every time there's a kickoff or whatever. So
right.
I don't know. I think everybody probably want an opportunity to make something shake, especially if you're not going to be able to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, regardless of the investment, yo, there's no way that they're gonna put that man in kick return, yo. Like, there's no way.
I don't think so. Like I said, I believe it if I see it, but I don't think people should make a big
and then
deal.
you go and get somebody like a quarter of Patterson, that's his thing. Like, that's what he, that's who he specializes in. You got somebody like Calvin Austin who can, who's a speedy guy. I mean, you just picked up Roman Wilson. You don't think that they can, fill in right there?
I forgot about Calvin. Lord have mercy. Why have I forget about him?
Man, I'm like, you got all type of weapons. Why would you put Justin Field out there?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I didn't think it was a big deal, as big as people made it. Oh shoot, what's on 8:54? Okay. All right, y'all. We gonna have to wrap it here.
There I go.
Okay. We about to wrap because we gotta watch the Knicks game.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about? Because I feel like we didn't get to elaborate as much as I wanted to today. And that's fine.
I'm sorry about that.
We started early.
We're gonna run it back.
We're gonna run it back. I'm gonna try to get on here next week as well. And you never know, it could be some news next week.
That sounds good.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
Make sure you guys are following these guys. Kev, that's his @ he got the Stealing for 7 podcast. Make sure you're following them. Jay, that is his @ J Rock the Polymath.
Yes.
Make sure you follow him. I like the Celtics too now, still out west. Don't think I don't like the Celtics, but this game, this series.
Come on, D.
I wasn't a fan of the Lakers.
RB Arlie, yo. Send me the link to that, yo.
So what?
Come on, D.
Talking about the Gentry rumors. I don't know too much about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Okay. All right,
I
y'all.
don't
We'll
even know
check
what it
in.
is. So
Oh,
shout out to you.
also, if
Yeah,
you
tell me
are
that.
on playback, go to the Sports and Coffee. We're going to be moving the Sports and Coffee show that's on Twitter right now. We're going to be moving into playback at some point. So make sure you are locked in on Playback TV. If you have any questions, you can hit me up. Make sure you're following D Love Sports everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, and here. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Oh, let me do my decks.